Shorts Wars Season 2 is finally here, and we've got a lot to catch up on, especially considering that now the boss has a Discord server and a YouTube channel. And if you're sat there thinking that maybe the boss has turned over a new leaf and have started YouTube for a new venture, then you're dead wrong. I'm looking at you here, Dano. Recruitment Day has been the way to get over 100,000 people on the boss's Discord server. Even getting the creators who got tagged with the target role to new creators that are lackeys and... Okay, why is Datchia Hater the only one with level 1? So the lackeys control the server, the targeted players can't see any of the other chats except failure, and for us, the viewers, the boss has a few tasks he wants us to complete. So the real question is, what is happening in Season 2? Well, we're gonna find that out today. But before we do that, please do subscribe. We are quickly approaching the end of the year, and to think I started off this year with 700 subscribers, only to end with 210,000 is legitimately insane. Also, to thank you guys for being such a great audience, I've enabled my memberships where I will release some exclusive membership content, and you guys can get shoutouts by the end of my videos. But seriously guys, subscribing is the best way to help out my channel, and it's the best way for you to get notifications every time I post. So if you haven't already, please do check to see if you're subscribed. Thank you, and back to the video. Let's start with the lackeys. The two lackeys are C.com and Bambayo, which we know were individually hired by the boss. They aren't clones and they aren't brainwashed. In fact, they seem to be in this for their own gain. The boss pays them well, doesn't take over their channels, and rather pushes them as good content. We see this mainly from C.com, because while he's been doing his job perfectly, the boss is not a merciful man. Just a quick FYI to any future employers out there, the threat of death is not a good motivator for your employees. But C.com isn't fazed though. He knows that that's a possibility, but at the end of this audio he still tests his luck and mentions something about files. Hopefully we can find those soon, but my point still stands. C.com is playing a very dangerous game. There's a strong possibility that he's a double agent. In one of his shorts there's a secret code that says everything is under control. And while many theorists believe that that's him telling the boss that everything is in order, well maybe it's telling us that he has a plan against the boss. Everything is under control. And while not much has dropped on Bam's involvement, we can assume that Bam isn't as focused on the risk as much as the reward. Either way, I genuinely don't think that either of them are evil. Not as much as Clone Riggy at least, who by the way has a new name, which he stole from Failure himself. Somehow Failure and Clone Riggy have become friends, which has led to Clone Riggy going through Failure stuff, finding his driver's license which says Preston, Failure's real name, and trust good old Pasta Man not to be original, eh? By the way guys, before you tell me to just call him Preston, I think he deserves a bit of karma for giving mean nicknames to everyone else. Isn't that right, Pasta Man? The boss's YouTube channel is the main issue here, considering that it's so hypocritical. He hated everyone that did shorts in Season 1 and used their channels to tell people to stop watching. So to think he actually got a channel himself and had to encourage people to subscribe despite his message means that maybe you putting down your phone isn't the thing that motivates him. You see, I came up with the theory that he's been using Sigma edits to brainwash people, and in a way, I don't think that's wrong. He's used reaction videos to control the algorithm and the Sigma videos to make people stay and subscribe. He's creating a cycle of content that will generate him the desired outcome of loyal followers. And looking at the Discord, he's found his audience. But that's not all they are. The boss is going to use them as soldiers. Considering the naming of the server and how he sets up missions for people to complete, I feel as though there's going to be a point where the boss tells his followers to do something, and they'll do it without a second thought because they want to become a boss like him. He's exploiting his fans in order to form an army to fight in a war that he's created for his own gain. The truth is, guys, is that he doesn't care, and the advice he gives is nothing new, but the moment we listen, we become hooked, and we will listen to the guy for direction in life that we desire. And that's why the boss is using religious imagery to paint himself as a martyr, leading us into the light as we blindly follow him. It's been a common misconception that the boss is actually good now, and I can guarantee you that that is not the case. Considering how he's still threatening the other creators, he's killed off the shareholders, he's stolen content again, and he's planning the end of the world as we know it. He's also managed to tear the creators apart, given that they don't trust each other due to people keeping secrets about the boss or about being the boss. This is bad, considering that the way the creators got out of the last time was by group effort and working together. Now they don't know who to trust. Anyone could be an enemy, which plays right into the boss's hands. And that's exactly what the boss wants. Since the downfall of Clone VPN, the boss seems to be altering his plan a bit. And what's worse is that he's improving it. He knows that the last plan didn't work out when Joe Kane didn't accept the sponsorship because it wasn't Genshin. So he used the same technique with a little altercation. And Joe fell for it hook, line and sinker, even bringing Bundun down with him. The more we see from them, the more likely that they've been replaced, locked away out of their own channels. The boss is fixing everything that went wrong last time, and he's not leaving any room for error, which has resulted in him taking some very drastic measures. But what the boss didn't take into account was the resistance. They've been spotted on Mogswamp's channel and on Riggy's ear so far, and it's a group that seems to be working against the boss, ready to destroy the evil plan that he has to take over the world. But will that be enough? Throughout this time on the boss's channel, we've come to learn a bit about him, and at the same time, nothing at all. The boss said that he was dealt a bad hand, but he grew from that, become stronger over time. We just underestimate how strong that is. Not to mention, we still know nothing about Dave, a mystery character whom we've never met, but we know has impacted the boss's life. And I hate to say it, we don't even know how powerful the Pasta Man is himself. There's something different about him compared to the other clones, that somehow left him surviving to see the end of Clone VPN and the start of something much worse. It's also interesting how he was brought up during the Legend stream where talking about how the scientist was robbed of his cloning machine. There is something here, I know it, we just need to look harder. As of now, the only thing we can confirm is that with the boss in charge, the creators are in danger. YouTube Shorts are in danger, and in fact, the whole world might be in danger. But us viewers can try and decode everything they throw at us, listen to every detail and find every parallel, so that we can learn what will happen next, define the outcome, and root out the imposters that are among us. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe. If this is the first video you've seen by me, please do check out my channel. I have some on my channel that are quite similar to this one. Shout out to my members, you guys are awesome. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!